guilty of loving me in the first degree. I wanna give him all I've got. 'Cause when it's real.
Welcome back to the LDM Show. I'm your host, Alyssa Luce with...
Charles Aloma. How we doing, guys? It is crazy day. I'm sorry about that. I was just seeing how much of a delay. So I can tell you guys, you got about a 30-second delay. So when you watch us, it's 30 seconds.
I thought it was 10 seconds.
Well, it looks like, I don't know. By the time I went to 10, we had to come back on. I don't want to be on the phone. But welcome. I wanted to say real quick before we even start the show, we have a princess celebrity. Hopefully one day will be representing New York out here. So we got to check it out. Check up our page. I posted up on the LDM page as well. So if there is voting, we don't know.
No. Okay, guys, let me explain.
But there's no voting. But we're gonna be the stage area with the big signs and
That's
stuff like
right.
that.
That's how I win. People's choice.
And the one sign is, if you don't have a win, we're bombing. You know what I'm saying? Like we would do something like that. Don't play with us.
Basically, I got selected to be a contestant to compete to win Miss New York USA. And if you don't know what that is, it's in order to compete in the Miss USA pageant, in order to compete in the Miss Universe pageant. So I get a chance to represent New York by competing for Miss New York in the Miss New York pageant. And it's going to be in August, the first weekend of August, 4th to the 6th. And I just need to raise some money for a sponsorship. So if you want to sponsor me the full amount, or if you just want to make a small donation, that's super appreciated, because obviously I got to pay for the stay, the hair, the makeup, all the glitz and glam of being in a pageant. And hi, Reynaldo. Thank you for watching.
Reynaldo's in the Bronx.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm super
yes.
excited.
So, we're going to be looking out for that. Got a couple things going on with that, hopefully. Things work out. Win or lose, we're proud that she's doing this. So, listen, I'm telling you, we're going to be with those boxes. I'll pick all of y'all guys up. We all go with the sign.
Hey, Rosa.
Rosa, how is it going? So we're going to have a good conversation today, but I want to start it off with one of the things here that I did not know. I went to the Philippines a couple of times. I went to the store. They have a store next to where they have a little tiny stores. Like, people sell stuff from their houses. But
Nice.
a couple people looked at me with, with killing eyes sometimes when I was like, you have Pepsi? And then they say in the back, to me it's just, that's all I hear, So I'm thinking they was like, look at this idiot trying to order some Pepsi. Boy, he don't know, I'll smack him with this bottle. That's what I'm thinking they saying, you know what I mean? Because I felt offended.
The worst possible thing.
I felt offended, but it was just dawning on me, like, I was trying to figure out why they don't have Pepsi there. Well, in 1992,
bad for you?
In the Philippines, 1992, Pepsi broke one of the United States law by trying to get customers by giving them stuff. Especially when you have a competition type of thing. So they always were doing competition with Coke. Coke went over there to the Philippines. Pepsi went over there. Pepsi gave out everybody that they were going to give $68,000, which was like a couple of million pesos in their money, if the cat shows a number.
Yeah.
So it says here, the contest was for $68,000, which was a million pesos at that time. It's probably a little bit more now. They had biggest mistake ever, and they call it the 349 error, because over 600,000 people had the 349. It was only supposed to be one person. This was in 1992. 600,000 winners. Most of them spent lots of money buying Pepsi to try to win that, million pesos.
That's why you can't trust these corporations.
But they said it was a big error on their side, but they didn't want to give the money because they was like, no, it was supposed to be one winner, which it is true. It says one person can win. But your problem is you had 600,000 same numbers.
Yeah.
So what happened was They banned Pepsi. They was like they didn't want Pepsi there. They told the stores you better not sell Pepsi. They did a whole thing in 1992. Pepsi had to leave. Plus, they still had to pay $10 million American dollars to for the winners to give them their money.
Yeah.
So they still had to give $68,000 to all these people, but they winded up paying almost $10 million. So all the money basically,
they could afford it.
all the money you made from the Philippines plus more you had to give because of whoever ever. Now, the person that does the numbers for the caps, as soon as he probably found out, he probably quit because I would not wait.
You
I'm
had
out.
one job.
One job.
That was to put the numbers on the caps.
Couldn't it?
How you put the same number?
No.
And it's all the time.
Not only that, if it's a conveyor belt and you're putting the caps, don't you notice that you got to flip some of the caps over, right? So don't you notice that a 349 kept up a couple times?
Yeah, but he probably didn't notice. Like that was, he probably thought that was the losing numbers, not the like the winning numbers.
True.
You know?
Yeah, he can use that as an excuse. He can use that one.
That's what I would think. You know.
But that was the winning number. Or, yeah, it's probably true. 349 never was all the way around. But then when they did the shaking thing or something, they were not supposed to put 349 in there. However they did the winning number, however they took it out, they screwed up.
There was some clear miscommunication that day.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of history. And now I know when I go back to the Philippines, I will not ever ask for Pepsi, even though Pepsi is... That's why when the Filipinos come here, they be like, Coke is better. Coke is not better. Is that because that's the only thing you got there? So now play yourself now. Now that I hear people in the Philippines talking about, yeah, the Coke is better. Because you got nothing else, to, against it.
Yeah, I say neither.
So, but anyway, $10 million payout they had to do. And the reason why they had to pay the $10 million is because in the United States, Pepsi and Coke are two soda.
Yeah.
You cannot say, I'm going to give you all this money if you buy all this Pepsi, because then that means you're trying to sell out. But even though that's kind of weird because that's what business is about, try to outdo the other one.
But that's the thing. You have to think about what they're selling you to even be able to give you money.
Yeah.
You know?
But they brought a lot of Pepsi and, But anyway, that was a little history I thought about when I was...
That's like they would do the cereal box sweepstakes. Like,
Yeah.
oh, if you get this prize and send it in, you could win a
But
family
you see,
trip.
the cereals really don't have a competition. It's Kellogg's. What other cereal brand you know?
I don't eat cereal anymore. I can't tell you.
Yeah, but I'm saying even when you were small, either the No Frills, which is the no brand one.
The Honey Nut Cheerios.
But ain't that Kellogg's?
Is it? I don't know. I thought it was.
That's what I'm saying. Huh?
General Mills.
Oh, there's General Mills. Yeah, I forgot about them. When I
Special
look
K.
at General Mills, all I think is oatmeal. I don't even think about cereal. But yeah, that's the reason why Pepsi got banned in 1992 in the Philippines. So there goes a little bit of history. You learn something here. But
Fancy.
yeah, I guess, right? Deja vu. What you think about deja vu?
Well, deja vu is very. I feel like it's really powerful because it like gives you a sign. They need to pay attention in that moment, especially if you recognize things that are going on. It's like, okay, what does this really mean here? What am I supposed to be picking up on?
Because a lot of people, when they walk somewhere, they be like, "Damn, why it feels like I was here before and they were never there?" You know what I mean? Either you were drunk and forgot, or you got deja vu.
Yeah.
But scientists think that deja vu is actually provides a peek into how your memory system works when it goes from a little off key. And the feeling may arise when part of your brain that recognize familiar situations get active. And blah, 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 and blah, 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 which is all bullcrap. Deja vu to me, because of my religion, is your other life, your life before. That's why there are kid prodigies. Like, they touch a piano, and they're like, why do I know how to play this piano? Duh, because your afterlife, previous life, played the piano.
Yeah.
So that's a little zip. Why you think, you never hear an adult, when they get to a teenager, become a prodigy? Because their innocence is gone.
Yeah.
So all the little kids, when they still a little kid, their innocence is still, that's why they see things that we don't see. They do things that we never even taught them, but they do it anyway. So that's where, to me, all these prodigies come from. Because I know there were things that many people did and be like, damn, I didn't know I was that good doing this. Like, I didn't even study this. That's, to me, what's deja vu. the scientists of the brain thinking that you know are familiar and it's getting upset because you don't know, and that's why it feels like, shut up. You know what I mean? I like my version better because it sounds more interesting.
Oh yeah.
You know?
No,
It
totally.
does, you know? Be like, wow. And I always say the same thing. I hanged out with Asians. And in a time where blacks and Puerto Ricans were not allowed to hang out with Asians. But for some reason, they, attached to me.
Yeah.
So, and then my mom used to say back in the days, you always do things when you were small like you were Asian or something. So I said, okay, maybe that's why they all attached to me. Like, I was in their house. I was the
You're
only,
familiar.
yeah, I was the only Korean in their house, a bunch of Koreans, and I'm the only Asian in the 80s. Impossible.
Puerto Rican?
Well, family, moms and dad,
No, you're the only Puerto Rican.
in that group, yeah.
You called yourself Asian.
Well, I'm Asian. I'm an Asian Puerto. That my brother, she was like, oh, you
He's an
think?
Asian by adoption.
Yeah, I used to, and then I had the little chancletas, I had the little thing and stuff. I even had they gave me my jade,
Yeah.
my elephant jade and everything like that. So we had fun, but deja vu to me is it's your past life. Some people get the abilities to have a couple of their past lives enter that they know more than one thing.
Yes.
So the abilities, and there are some of them that be like, oh, he's a prodigy. He can play this, but he also good in science. And then you ask him how you studied. I don't know. It just came to me.
And also another thing with deja vu is like we all come here, right? When I say here, I mean Earth, right? We have a human state, and we come and we want to experience a greater purpose, right? So a lot of the times, you said we become adults and then we just get stuck on this like path that we believe we need to follow, or we get stuck in the past of like all the things that happened to us that we feel like bother us, and we didn't like what happened, and we didn't like the way it made us feel, and we lose track of that sense of purpose, like that living in the moment purpose, right? And what I was explaining to you earlier, I listened to a book called Being Comfortable with being disliked, right? And basically he explained like living is like dancing. Why do you dance? You dance, just to do it, just to be dancing. And you're not dancing for a purpose. You're not dancing, for money. You're not dancing to like relive your past. You're dancing because it's what you live. It's what you do. And if you figure and live every moment of your life in that sense, you will get that deja vu, because internally and like subconsciously, you know your purpose. You know what makes you happy, and that's that deja vu as well, because it will make you feel so good and like you know it so well that you'll want to do it all the time.
Yeah, and I think that's why what's the kids, not ADHD kids, what's that? What? Autistic.
Autistic, yeah.
I believe that some of the kids, because scientists say that autistic kids are like they're in another world, and their mind is another world. I feel like that when their spirit came into that one body, it got like a fight or confused, like,
Yeah.
And now they're on limbo. That's why they have a certain way. But some of the autistic kids wind up to be so smart. Why? Is because their before life has that ability, to do that, and they, for some reason, they chimed into that. That's how I think of it. You know what I mean?
If you want to bring that up, I was watching some really interesting documentaries. And what's funny is because as soon as I finished watching them and I shared them with some of my friends, they got completely deleted off of the internet. Yeah, it was like about like autism and all the vaccines that kids have to take like on their immunization cards and to be in school and stuff. And all these vaccines have things like mercury in them and really harmful chemicals and ingredients and metals that are very toxic to your body. So like once these kids are injected with vaccines, some kids have like immediate responses, like as soon as they're injected, like not being able to talk anymore, not being able to move, like having hives, being sick and all this stuff. And I feel like that's their body being like in a survival mode. But they can no longer get out of it, like, because they're so stuck in that past of like getting that feeling, like their brain is trying to keep them alive, so they get stuck in that like limbo state for sure.
Yeah, but I think, and the one thing a lot of people are like, oh, but I don't believe in that. But you believe that your body has a soul and goes somewhere, but you don't believe that a soul can come back into another body. That's kind of redundant. That's like people like, yeah, I believe in ghosts and spirits, but as soon as a spirit or ghost, which is the same thing to me, pop up, they get, oh my God, like, come on, you can't believe in one thing and then don't believe in another. It's impossible. So if you do believe your body has a soul, then believe that a soul can come back into another body.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people, they put the pennies in the eye because they say they don't want another soul jumping into that body and stuff like that. So listen.
And
it can
another
happen.
thing with souls is souls do for sure come back because we call it unfinished business, but really it's unlearned lessons, it's unlived purposes. It's things that you didn't learn, or like let's say you passed away in this life, but you died in a sense that you were not at peace yet. You died because of sickness. You died because you were killed. You died for whatever reason that was not natural, which is very common nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
So I for sure believe that people are constantly coming back and having to relive and relearn until they get it right.
Oh,
You know?
no, but in all honesty, listen, deja vu, learn what you didn't know, but you know.
Yeah.
Like you didn't learn it, if that makes any sense.
No,
Like,
it does.
You didn't learn it, but you know it. Figure out where that probably came from, and you probably will see you came from a different life, different times.
You got to ask yourself the right questions. Like, actually sit with yourself and figure out what is it that makes you feel useful to the world? What is it that makes you feel like you're giving back in a sense that's even greater than you? You know?
Yeah, that's true. But you know what I forgot? I forgot to do word on the street.
Did you forget, or were we meant to talk about that first?
Maybe our before life. But I'm gonna kick in. I got two topics real quick for word on the street. So
She's like, shut up already and tell us.
goodness gracious, they don't even let us finish. They bam, word on the street. Like, okay, we got it. But MTA been having a lot of problems lately, and it's due to the fact that they're losing a lot of money. They lost $10 million within the year, right? So, listen, and it's due to the fact of these people not paying their fares on the bus. And I took the bus for 2 days, and I even took the bus when I didn't need to take the bus. We were like 4 blocks away. But I just wanted to see how many people would come in. And a lot of people just walking to the back, for they won't get seen through the front, right? But then I look at them like, you can afford that $2. But guess what? Because of you, a lot of the people are getting pissed off. Now, the government had all these split wars with the COVID, with the mask versus no mask. You know, they kept pushing it. Now the LGBT versus the ABCs. You know what I mean? Like, they want to push these. But why are they not pushing the fair payers and the non-payers?
Because that's not federal. That's state.
No, because they like, that's not
That's
gonna.
not even state. That's literally city.
No, but they're not gonna have a big outroar about it like the way they did. That's why they're not using this to divide. But guess what? It is being divided because a lot of the paying people now went to MTA, and they've been having meetings and everything. So guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna go up to $290. So who's gonna wind up paying this? Is the ones that pay.
Still not
So now
me.
the people that are paying said, if it goes up to $290, they're not going to pay.
Yeah.
So their solution is to maybe do free buses. So everybody was saying, yay, we can do free buses. But again, now you got us that pay taxes pissed off at you because guess who got to pay for that? Taxpayers. Mm-hmm. So no matter what, the people that have been going onto the buses for free screwed everything up. Because either it goes to $290 or the taxpayers have to pay.
But at the end of the day, as a citizen, you can decide where your tax money goes to.
Yeah, but if the taxpaying don't pay them, MTA goes out of business. How you gonna get around?
Dude, get a car.
You're gonna walk. You're gonna wind up walking.
And maybe you'll lose some weight.
Yes,
at
nobody
that.
pays. I know, Rosa.
And you'll be healthy because you have to walk now.
No, I seen people take the bus for like 2 blocks.
Literally, it's like, and then the thing is, it's like, oh no, but I get winded in those 2 blocks. That's
That's
a
why.
problem.
That's
That is
why.
not normal. You need to fix that. Okay.
Yeah, no, but y'all guys need to start paying because either way, we gotta pay. And I went in the bus. I was like, I put the thing in, and I said, wait, hold up. So I told my son, loud, because I don't give a care who hears me. Go get a chair because we paid for it. Matter of fact, 2. And the lady looked. And then the one time I was getting on the bus, the lady one push, and the lady was like, whoa, you're not even, here on the line. Go one at a time. I said, yeah, especially the ones that are paying need to go first. And she said, yeah. And then she came in. I was like, oh, you didn't even pay. She was like, yeah, I'm not going to fake like I'm going to pay like these guys. The one lady put her card in. She was like, come on, girl. You know you don't have no money in there. Stop looking at your card and cleaning it out and trying to put it back. You know you didn't have no money in there. Just go to the back. Do like me. I asked the guy, can I come in?
Yeah.
But they don't even ask that no more. They just walk in.
Yeah.
So that's what's going to happen.
No, sometimes you ask the bus drivers and they'll just sit there like they didn't hear you. And
Yeah.
Like, okay. And then just walk in.
Yeah, but that's what's going to happen soon. They're going to go to 290, or they're going to figure out a way, the tax. And the thing is, it's not your state tax. It's your city tax that's going to pay for this.
Yeah.
So think about that.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, they can't charge the whole state. Not only the city uses MTA.
Yeah.
And
so
in all these other places, Long Island, upstate, they have different bus services. That's completely different.
So your city tax is going to be paying for this. So don't complain when the garbage trucks are not picking up your trash because they had to use some of that money to go to the MTA. Something's going to get cut.
At the end of the day, they got all these stupid cops just standing there, security guards, whatever you want to call them.
Doing nothing.
Literally, y'all putting all these
But
people
that's another
on
thing that they're thinking
payroll.
about. If they go to 290, they might go and put more cops. So guess what? You're still going to pay either the 290 or you're going to pay the $1,000 fee. I mean, 500 to 1,000. So you better
Towards
pay that
the
290.
MTA, ain't nobody even likes MTA. That's the funny part.
See, but that's the funny part. That's the same way that nobody likes the cops, but they still call them, right? Nobody likes the MTA, but where you going? Oh, I'm going to go downtown. I got to take the A. I thought you don't like the MTA. You still got to take the train, so those people need to shut up and pay their $290 when it pops up. But anyway, New York City, talking about taxes, we have homeless problems, shelter problems, all this. But they want to use our city tax to make 2 new beaches. And the beach is going to open up in the summer. One is going to open up in the Hudson River area, and the other one I think is in Brooklyn. But guess what? You can't even go in the water.
Literally.
It's going to have a sign saying no swimming.
First of all,
So
that's some tourist crap.
That's
That's what is really fun. I'm literally thinking about it now. I'm like, that's a tourist trap. Like big fat TRAP trap for tourists. Because if you're from New York, you know damn well you would not go in that water. Okay, first of all, Staten Island's right there. Literally a freaking island built off of garbage. Okay, look into the history, people. If you didn't know this, dirty. And if you've never been in the East River Park, dirty.
Yeah. Well, but a lot of people go to the beach and don't even really get in the water anyway. But you can't even soak your feet. Now, you know how some people just put their feet in the water?
No, because then
they
you
don't
will
want nothing.
deteriorate from
Yeah.
all the
You be like,
chemical
damn,
runoff.
I did have 5
all
nails,
the-
right?
Yeah, all the pollution. No, you don't want
Listen.
none of that.
Yes, by my house. Yeah, Rosa, exactly. That's where they're making the new beach. It looks nice, but that money you're taking, you could have built, for the homeless and all that. Since you gave the homeless shelters to immigrants that are coming in, I know I sound bitter. I got my own apartment, but still, you should take care of your house before you take care of anything else. So, if you have tios and titis that are living that don't belong here, but they want to come, all of a sudden now they're going to give them shelters because they came here. But the homeless guy that's been there, you haven't given one help. No, take care of your home first, then everybody else. I don't mind helping the immigrants as long as you can help the citizens first. But with that money, you could have done it. But now you want to open up a beach. Like, really? You could have took sand and put it in the park. Like, I don't know. But anyway, that was word on the streets. I just wanted to say those 2 things that are going on in your city, in your New York. So check them out. But
I'm not gonna be here for much longer.
yeah, I know, right? But you ever had went to a job, and then when you get to the job, an application and everything, and you were like, what the heck did I just sign up to? You don't want it?
Plenty of times. That's why I'm self-employed now.
Yeah, it happens. I got a video. I went to
Sorry.
to get a new job because I was just walking by and I seen the job. So I said, let me apply. But then I said, no, I don't want it. You can play that video with my new job thing?
These are the chances that I get when I spot my students.
Yes, hi, I'm here for the spotter position job. Hello, glad you came. This will be your first client. Yeah, well, you see, right, what happened was, yeah, it looks like I'm late for another appointment. I'll be back. Bye.
Oh my god.
Hey, it looked like a good job. It was a spotter job.
You know what's funny? I literally was watching this girl that I follow. She does pole, and she posted a video of her falling like
Busted her butt?
mad hard, and she was
Yeah.
really high up too.
But I thought it was a good job. I was like, hey, I can be a spotter. You know, they fall on my face. But when I seen that, I was like, I'm good. I seen the video, and I thought about just doing a funny thing. But again, it's on TikTok. We're going to be doing more funny videos on there as well. So check us out on TikTok.
LDM Network.
Yes. So it's fun. I have another one that I did that's on TikTok about this guy filling a tire, looking for the hole in the tire, but there's no rim. So how that air pressure is going to come up and do the bubbles if there's no rim? And he's spraying and looking for that hole, looking for the bubble.
Yeah.
He's going to be there for a long time. He's going to be there for, but
He'll figure it out eventually.
He'll figure it out eventually. But I thought but there are jobs. I had one job like that I was like, looked good on paper. Money was good. But then when I got there after the week, I was like, what the hell did I get
Oh
into?
yeah, that's how that's how I became Coco the Clown.
Yeah?
Literally, okay, so a long time ago, that's actually how I found this too, on Backstage.
Right.
It's a website that if you want to get into like acting or filmmaking or any kind of entertainment industry, Backstage, you would apply to jobs. People also put up jobs that you could apply to. And this party company was like, oh, come be a Disney princess or a Marvel superhero and dress up for kids' parties. I was like, oh, hell yeah, I could be a Disney princess. So I went to the interview. They're like, yeah, bring your headshot, bring your resume. I was like, bet. I remember I went to Walgreens. I was like, damn, I got to print this out. And then it was like, oh, it's in Elmont. I was like, damn, I got to take the L at Lar. But they, like, reimbursed me for the train ticket. Yeah. I actually ended up losing my $300 Beats on the freaking LIRR.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but I got new ones. Anyways.
See, if you would have brought the $20 ones and that sound the same because still music comes out of it, you would have not had that problem.
But I didn't buy them anyways.
Oh.
But it happened. And then I went, and they were like, all right, bet, fill out this application, and you're hired. And just do training with us. You stay with us for an extra hour. You do the training. So then they bring us downstairs to this big room, and they're like, all right, we're going to teach you how to face paint. And I was like, okay, cool. And then, after an hour, like, all right, guys, we're going to teach you how to do a magic show. I was like, okay, cool. And then the next weekend, are you available to work this weekend? I was like, yeah, I could. I'm available. I didn't have anything at this time. And then they took us out on the first day. They put me with this random girl and guy, and I was shadowing them, basically learning how to do what I have to do. And they put me in this bright yellow neon dress with rainbow socks and a rainbow bow. And I was there freaking face painting kids, making balloon animals, cotton candy, doing a magic show, and the whole nine. And I ended up doing it for like 3 years.
You didn't read the fine print.
No, I didn't.
There are some jobs like that.
You know what's crazy? The hint was it's called clowns.com.
Well, there you go. And shout outs to them because they were the sponsors to our toy giveaway as well.
Yes, they were.
But yeah, there are jobs like that. So just make sure that. And the reason why I was saying that because some people, I posted it up. Why do people get a job, but then complain that they have to do the job? Because there's been a lot of strikes and a lot of things going on. And when I watch the news about the strike, it's because I had to do this, and this, and that. Then you look at the description, but ain't that what you are? Like, don't get me wrong, the nurses, they striking because they have to give pills, they have to do this, that. And I was like, to be a nurse, you got to get pills, you got to, that's your job. But what happened was, for the past couple of years, you were sitting down and doing 1 or 2 clients.
Yeah.
But now that you have to do so many clients because a lot of the nurses left, now you want more money, or you want. So that's one thing I don't understand about it. I don't read the whole thing. The only thing I just read is that you're a nurse complaining about doing nurse job.
Yeah.
Right?
I totally agree.
I might have a bunch of nurses, you know, my wife's Filipino friends might be attacking me right now. That was just a stereotype shot right there, right, too, right? Being a nurse. No, but
you know what I've noticed though? Like
there's a lot of
there's
them like that.
a lot of unnecessary jobs. So
Right.
this morning I woke up at like 5 in the morning. I went to Chelsea Piers to do a yoga class at like 7 a.m. And then I ended up walking from Chelsea Piers all the way down to Battery Park. And I was just
Not that bad.
yeah, it was like
Not
an
that bad,
hour
yeah.
walk. It was nice. I was walking, you know, that entire Hudson River Park.
Yeah.
That's why I was like beach over there. Ew. Anyways, and then I just noticed like a lot of things in the city are meant for tourists.
Mhm.
Like, and there's literally just people sitting around waiting for somebody to come to them. So like these people, at least like 4 or 5 people are just getting paid $15 an hour to sit around, waste their day for what? It's cold outside. People in work and school. Ain't nobody
See, but
coming
I'm
up
not-
to you to get a map.
I might as well have that $15 an hour job or just standing around doing nothing.
But then it's like, what are you really contributing here? Like,
Right.
how do you expect your life to get better? Because ain't nobody sustaining a life on $15 an hour in New York City. It's not possible.
But again, if that same person, they tell them, well, you know, you gotta give maps here, and then at 2:00, I need you to give maps there, and then at 3, oh man, I gotta give maps away all day, or you know what I mean? I need more money. And then another reason why they complain that they need more money when they find out the company made more money. Let me get this straight. I opened up a business to make money, but I'm gonna be penalized by you because I made more money?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't work that way.
But at the end of the day, that's why most businesses fail, because what they don't realize is the end point is not money. It's a result of what you provide to your consumers. If you're providing quality, the money's gonna come regardless.
No, the quality is good. It's just the workers. Now
But
the
that's
workers be
my
like,
point.
I need more money. Why? Well, I seen that thing. You just made $1 million. Yeah, it said, we're not even French in this thing. This is United States. You know what I mean? So we didn't make money. La Loma Inc., LDM Show, those people made money.
Yeah.
Not you.
But
So-
what I'm saying is, if the employee genuinely feels compelled to contribute to your business, right?
Right.
It's something that they feel aligned with, they don't have a problem doing, they wouldn't complain for more money.
Everybody complains.
That's the
Every
thing.
job you go to, as soon as you get to the job, oh damn, I wish you luck. Why? This job is terrible. So how long you been here? 35 years. How is it terrible? You've been here 35 years.
Because they're not really doing it for themselves. They're
They
doing it for the
making money. So shut up and like in the factories in
you in
PA.
the wrong job. It's not for you. If you're doing anything for money, don't do it.
Listen, in PA, all you got is factories. I was in a rope factory. You just had to make sure that the strings are all in things. So as soon as they start running out, you go and you put it. I sat down for a good 20 minutes, and the supervisor came, what happened? Why are you sitting down? I'm like, look at my machine. And he's like, how you got the machine like that? I said, oh, because I play a game by myself that I have to run and do all of it so I can work fast for 20 minutes and then sit down. While you see everybody doing one at a time. And then he was like, oh, so you like the job? I said, what's the like? You're just sitting here doing nothing, and I'm getting paid. While I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, okay, I'm going to pay this one bill. You know what I mean? Why complain because you're making money? But I guarantee they would have put me on another machine. Oh, now they're going to put me on 2 machines. Oh, I need more money. No, you got paid to do your job. And that's why when I hurt my back, when they said, oh, you got a sweep? I said, no. He said, why? I said, because when I came to get this job, and I filled out the job, and you told me what hours I was working, it was for a forklift. Anything that has nothing to do with a forklift, I don't do.
Yeah.
And that's how every single
That's
one
the
of my
contract.
jobs, I was like that.
Yeah.
You want to work, it's a mandatory overtime. Bye. I used to leave. When I took the job, it said 8 to 4. My 4 o'clock was done. Bye. So that's how every place I worked at was like that. So if they give me, okay, so I pay you for forklift, right? Yeah. Well, I need you to do all 6 of these cars. Blah. Okay, no problem. Because that's what you paid me for. I'm not going to complain because they gave me 2 more trucks.
Literally.
That's what I got paid for, 8 to 4. At 4 o'clock, if there's 5 trucks I did, well, then that 1 truck got to go. I ain't doing it. It's 4 o'clock. But they told me I got to do these trucks. I do it. So stop complaining about the job they paid you to do.
Not only that, but if you're complaining about a job that you signed up for,
I know.
get a different job.
Hey.
A job is not, mandatory. A job is just a job. People
Yeah.
don't see it that way. They're like, no, but this is my career. This is my purpose. Like, no, 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 honey, boo boo.
No.
It's just a job.
Because guaranteed, when you get sick and die, tomorrow will be someone else on that chair.
They gonna find a replacement like that.
They got some on standby right there, you know?
Yeah, they have a whole file cabinet of applicants waiting for you to quit.
Yep. So that's why sometimes I tell Rhea too. I'm like, let's go for. Oh, what I need to do? Well, that can stay there till tomorrow. It's not gonna do nothing if it's not life or death. Then what about it?
Literally.
Like if you don't do it at 4, you gonna die? No. It's gonna be there the next day? Yeah. Okay. Then you gonna get paid the same? Yeah. Well, then let's go. You know what I mean? So, but some people, because they love their job, they love what they do, they want to make sure it's perfect, and I understand that. But then
Yeah.
at the overall, when you do something wrong, guess who gets paid? Or you get kicked out because you did that one wrong thing. Or, you know, or if they downsize, they're not going to downsize themselves. They're going to downsize. Bye. You know?
Everyone else.
What they said, first one, last one hired is the first one fired.
You
You
the
know
new
what I
guy. We don't really need you.
So,
We thought we did.
yeah, so don't overdo it. Don't kill yourself. That's the same thing I say about the kids. Why kids 8 hours in the school when they're supposed to be having fun time as well as little kids? Because that's how you learn. You learn by running around, touching things, falling, you know? You
Yes.
just don't learn in school. That's it. And plus, why do they need to take all these subjects if you only ask the teacher to do one subject? I don't understand that. But overall, have some fun in your life. Do something. Because I know a lot of people are like, yeah, can't wait till the weekend because they want to rest.
Yeah.
To do the same thing again for the whole
But
week.
then they never actually rest.
Yeah, because they got to do their chores. They got to do their cleaning. They got to do this and that. Then they got to buy their food that they got to put in the refrigerator, which they never eat, so they got to throw it away. What I'm saying? It's a whole cycle because you're stressing yourself out for a job. But listen, they
It's
pay
okay,
you to
guys.
pick up the crap. That's all.
It doesn't have to stay that way forever. You can change it at any time that you like.
Mm-hmm. By going, I quit and get another job. Don't quit before you get the other job. That's what I'm saying. Because the people in the rent, people in your light bills, they don't care if you're looking for another job. So, but anyway, how much time? Because this one is going to be hit. This is going to be hit good. The double standards of, okay, we're going to hit some love corner right now. We don't got a little thing, love corner. We're low budget now. We just got that budget for the, but double standards, when a woman cheats, what is the first thing a person says to that woman?
Why?
Oh, my God, what happened? What did he do? Blah, blah, blah. They look for all the excuses to make the reason why the female cheated a good thing.
A good thing?
Yeah,
Cheating is not a good thing.
I know that, but they'll make it seem like it's a good thing. It was a good reason why you did it because it was a female. A male says, oh, I cheated. He cheated because he no good for nothing. He don't know why he got, blah, blah. He don't even know if the woman was no good to you. Maybe the woman was a pain in the butt person, blah, blah, blah. So he winded
Then
up.
break up with her.
Well, he winded up cheating. That's the only,
No,
the only way
both
he.
parties. This is not even a male or female thing.
But they made it that. A female is okay when they cheat. And then you see all their friends. But when it's a male, he ain't no good for nothing. Then you always got that one friend. I knew he was going to cheat. Girl, didn't I tell you last week?
Nah, we really do be knowing when they cheaters.
No,
But-
y'all just be saying that. Well, y'all didn't know. Y'all was probably the one that was cheating with him. I don't know.
That's some good novela right there.
Yeah, that's a novela right
No.
there. Stuff.
But like in general, with that whole thing, women will seek things based on their emotion first. Men based on their thoughts first, like logically.
Well, man is a
speaking.
sexual being.
That's what I'm saying. They
Yeah.
don't do it based off of feelings. So when a woman cheats, it's based off of like he doesn't fulfill my feelings.
Right. It's just like a church person would say, oh, that's against the Bible and the thing. Your Bible first is contradicting because first they say a man was here to breed, and then it says you can't cheat. How am I lost this one, so I got it now. You know, they change it as history goes. They want to change it. But a male is here to breed. A female is here to carry. Right? Or let me rephrase that. A real male is to breed. A real female is to carry. So that's why the hint. So that's why they are here for. So a male is, like you said, an action person. A female is a more an emotional person. So that's why a lot of people get upset when a male cheats. But it was like, ain't it in his blood? Ain't it in his?
No, cheating
Yeah.
is not in your
No,
blood.
not cheating, but to conquer, like conquer. Well, I use the word conquer. I don't know if it was correct, but because I know I have a lot of females. No, it's not conquering. You don't conquer my body. But you know what I mean. Male thing is to get, like a lot of males be like, yeah, how many girls you had? I had 1, 2, 3. You know, but a girl be like, no, I have 5 because they're more emotional.
Yes.
So don't get too upset if you find out. You're like, oh, you get more shocked if the person didn't cheat.
Well, that's another thing I've been learning is women have all control of sex.
Right.
And men have all control of relationship. So it's like, why is it that my man is out here trying to go and get sex from all these other women instead of, and you're in a relationship with me? It's like, why be in a relationship with me? You know, just break up with me. Don't be in one and go, fix your own self-worth issues, because that's the real reason you're cheating. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, that little thing. But the double standards, why I bring it up, want y'all to post up a lot of the double standards you guys hear, and then we'll talk about it or mention it next week. I want to see all these double standard stuff, versus men and women. There's a lot of ones. I did see a video where the lady was like, about woman empowerment and all this, and he said, name me one thing that a woman, that a man gets that a woman can't get. Help and all that. He was like, and in fact, and then the one woman helped him. In fact, us women get more help and more things than a man.
Yeah.
So why is it that you're complaining about the men when you get more stuff? Shouldn't the man be complaining then? Because you get more help. When it's child support, you get more help. A man that has child support or has his kid, he doesn't get the social workers coming to the house. He doesn't get all this help. He has to force himself and ask them, blah, blah, blah. A man talks about his emotions, because a woman's like, I need you to speak to me. Tell me your emotions. Then when you talk about your emotions and start crying, this guy's a damn sissy. Like, damn. Now you're back away. Because a woman isn't emotional. But at the same time, since Adam and Eve, you want to say it, whoever you believe in, came in, a woman looks for a man for either protection, or anything, So when they look at that man, that's why a lot of the skinny people don't get nobody. They're like, who are you going to protect? You know what I mean? So when a man tells you your emotions and start crying in front of you, now he doesn't seem like a protector. Self-consciously, the woman starts pushing back. So now a man can't even tell you that, but you want to hear it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's the problem a lot of men are having. Like, they want to tell you, y'all, but they can't, because now you're not going to see them as a protector.
Yes. And 100% the issue with that is the woman is not secure in herself. Because if she is secure with herself, she will have no problem supporting her man and uplifting him in those times where he needs to express himself.
Right.
And yes, men are meant to help and protect and support, but women are the true nurturers in that relationship, in which bring a man up. At the end of the day, women, like I said, they control sex, yes, but they also control who they procreate with. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to have sex with a guy if you don't think that he will give you a good offspring. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. But a lot of people don't do that for that. Before, it was...
Because they're not secure in themselves.
Like a lot of people, that was a shame back in the days how they used to tell this person he has to marry this one girl and blah, blah, blah. But if you think about it, the reason why they did it was because they was like, he can give her and them together a good offspring.
Yes.
That's the reason why they had this arranged marriage.
The bloodlines.
Right. They was like, they do it with the horses. I can get a good stallion because this horse is a good one.
And dogs.
You know what I mean? So it was always done that way. Now is, I can get some good money from this guy if I have the baby.
That's right.
But then you're going to complain.
Not thinking about the bigger picture.
Right. But they complain when he's not around. You didn't want him to be around. You wanted him because you wanted that money and that child support. So you got what you wanted.
Yeah.
So don't complain about don't get the job if you don't want to do the job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So women are guaranteed to always have, what, this? Oh,
Oh, that's
the
right.
tick-tick. don't, a woman, when you give birth, you got 65 to 75% chance that you're going to keep the baby. Unless you live in another state. Then
Right.
you don't keep the baby. But if you live here, you keep the baby, right? So automatically, before you sleep with that person, be like, damn, I'm going to wind up keeping the baby. So if he's not around, so guess what? As soon as you find out you're pregnant, you took the job. So don't complain when you give birth and you got to take care of that kid from a guy that you knew wasn't going to be around in the first place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, but they told me babies change people. No, they change their way of thoughts, not their actions.
Yeah.
Big difference. Hey, when I had a daughter, I changed a little the way I behaved with a girl. A little. But he still behaves with the girl that way. Oh, I learned how to be a little more sensitive when I had a daughter. He's still not that sensitive. That's why he's trying to tell you. They change their thoughts, not their actions. So if they have
And they really didn't change their thoughts because thoughts influence actions.
well, then that's what you won't get. If you got 5 baby mama, you number 6 then.
No, thank you.
I can change him. And then y'all put all 5 baby mamas and they all look alike because he had a type. And he left those same types.
Yeah.
You didn't change it. You don't work.
And then if you look at his mom's pictures when she was young, they look like her.
Probably like her? Oh, no. But anyway, that's where we're going to go with that one. But
another thing I learned too, right? When that happens, right? These women will, think that they can change somebody, or they think that, by having a kid with someone that will make them a better person. And in reality, you will make up as many excuses as you can to fulfill the goal that you have, right? So if
Right.
your goal is to change this man, you subconsciously create a bunch of circumstances that you think will get you your goal, but deep down, you are trying to fulfill a void that won't get filled by doing that.
Yeah.
And people will live this hard life and they're like, oh, but why me? And you're not really realizing that there's a subconscious goal in your head that's leading you to do all these things to harm yourself more because you're
Yep.
not okay with yourself.
Yeah, real quick. Hi, Eddie. Yes, it was nice seeing you. It's always nice to see a fan that watches us and everything. We bumped into him. He said, how he likes the background and he likes our stories. So, we like to make
appreciate
people
that.
laugh. So we appreciate all the feedback. And we change and we continue doing things as the fans like. But what you're saying, it is true. Again, females are nurturing. So when a female sees a guy, the first thing they want to do is nurture. That's why they say, I want to change him. You don't want to change him. You want to nurture him. You want to try to raise him up into your eyes. Doesn't work. What works is that person does this and that. I do this and that. Maybe we could combine those two things together and make chocolate milk. That's what happens. You make the milk, you get the chocolate, you put it together, right? You make rice. What you do, you take the rice, you take the water, you put it together. It's not, I want to make rice, so that rice got to be my rice too. And it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm saying. You got to learn how to use the two. But speaking about divorce, Neo just got to finalize his divorce. But it's not the divorce that is making people think. Is the conclusion of the divorce, of what they had to sign. So they signed, first of all, this is too much money, homegirl. Get a job. But first of all, he had to pay $2 million in fees and costs, and split access and all that stuff, and share custody, which is normal. You split the assets. You get this one house, I get this one house,
Right.
blah, blah, blah. The share custody, all this other stuff. But the thing is that they signed an agreement that neither one of them can date or bring a date around their children unless they engage or they marry. What do you think about that?
I think that's fair.
I think that's a lot of people's females mostly because they knew they were going to go see a guy.
Yeah.
Males know. Males don't really bring their girls to their kids.
Right, because they're embarrassed.
Well, not only they embarrassed, you try to bring your girl to pick up your kid, and you got a ghetto-ass girl. Why you got to bring her here? No, you going to take care of my kid. I don't want her around my kid. You know what I mean? So that's why guys don't bring their kids around, their dates or their girls. I never bring a date around. Oh, where you going? What are you going to do this Friday? I got my kid. Oh, all right, so cool. I'll be in your house. You didn't hear what I just said? There was a big I. Not we, because we're not French. And I did it like that. I never bring the kid around. No. For y'all guys don't know, I do have a daughter, a big-ass grown daughter. I don't even say it because it makes me feel old. But when she was young, I never bring no one around her because of that reason. Friday was my time. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, when I had her, was my time. Only ones that came were family and friends.
Yeah.
But if I dated you, like gone on a restaurant or something, or we were thinking about going out, no. Because I don't want you to be like, oh, yeah, me and your dad, me and my daddy, what? I ain't with you, girl, because don't make me embarrass you in front of my kid. So I agree totally with this agreement. No one should be around your kid until you are permanent. Because now they're going to see all these kids. And they're going to be like that show. I don't know, you're kind of young, but if Will can hear me, I Drink My Hood, something. It was a long title with the Wayans brothers.
Okay.
It was a comedy one. Don't drink your hood or something like that. Don't drink your juice in the hood, something like that. Yeah, don't drink your
juice while being a menace
in South Central. There was a funny part in there where the girl bring one of the Wayans brothers as a date, and she said, "Kids, what do you say when we bring someone over?" He said, "Are you my daddy?"
I remember that.
So that's what I'm saying. You don't want that.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, yeah. And then you don't want the kid to get attached to someone, and then now he's not around no more.
That's literally traumatizing for your kids.
So shout out to Neo and his ex-wife. That was the good agreement. I don't know who made up that agreement, or was it, a togetherness that said it, or one said it and the courts decided, yeah, that's the best.
Not only that, but if you're getting a divorce or getting a divorce with your wife or husband, and it's due to the fact that you cheated, and then you go on to be with the person you cheated with, and you guys don't get married and you don't get engaged, that is a no-fly zone either.
Oh, yeah.
That is wrong on all aspects.
Listen, plus, that's a deep, dark secret. Don't tell your kids, yeah, your stepmom, that's the one that took me away from your mom. You don't want to say that. You know what I mean? Like, how y'all met? Well, see, what happened was, right, son, your mom was in the other room. And, like, how you better tell a whole different story. Because that's going to be, now they're going to be pissed off at the stepmom or, whatever you want to say. It's not like my story, how I met my wife because she was stalking me. You know what I mean? So it's not that type of story. I just said, hey, nice to see you again. How we doing? I live in New York now. Okay, cool. And then she shows up in the air.
His
True
wife
story.
is the engineer.
True story. And then she gonna tell me, I'm at the airport. No, can I come over? So I said, okay, cool. You're in the airport. No problem. I'll pick you up. Thinking she gonna stay the weekend. I said, okay, let's go. We're gonna end the cab. I gotta wait for the luggage. What luggage? So you just came over here to live with me. You didn't even tell me. Like, she trapped me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you liked it.
I was trapped. I was like, either that or I'm gonna keep looking behind my shoulders because she's stalking me. One of the two. You know what I mean? And then plus I had to do it because it was a immigrant program.
Oh
where,
my God.
Nah. It was what we call serendipity. So, but what was the cool thing about it? It was like when you meet each other again, you don't want to let go. Make sure. But shout outs again to Neo. I would do that in a heartbeat. You're not allowed. But if they do, I didn't read the whole thing. If they do, what do they lose?
Right.
It has to be something. You can't just tell this person no. Like if she does it, then you lose your allowance. Like not allowance. What they call it?
Alimony.
You lose your alimony.
Mm-hmm.
You Neo, you do it. You got to wind up giving me more alimony. Maybe it's something like that because now you're definitely gonna be like, listen, you came to my house, hurry up, get out before somebody notices. You know what I mean? You got to play one of those.
Whenever you set boundaries, you always have to give reward for when the person follows the boundaries, and you have to give consequences for when they don't. Because if not, the boundaries are just gonna be like they don't care because there's no kind of stipulation, there's no kind of thing to keep them wanting to go along with those boundaries.
Yeah. And what would happen if Neo wants to get back with his wife? He can't bring them around the kids because they're not engaged or married yet.
Yo,
We're
I
dating.
never
We're
understand
dating.
that. People that get divorced and then get back together and then get divorced and get
I
back.
know.
It's like, make up your mind, the people.
Well, or not, I know a couple that got divorced, but then they live with each other. What a lot of people say is because they were living with each other for so long, and then they got that paper and they all changed. You know? It's like
Yeah.
it makes you feel like now you have to do something. You have to be in control. You have to do that. But when you don't have the paper, you can feel like I can leave anytime I want, so you feel more relaxed. That's what they were
Yeah.
telling me, that they feel more relaxed and they don't stress their lives so much. But when you're married, you have to stress it because you have to make it work because you have to get that divorce if you don't. And divorce is a painful, long, I don't know why. Listen, what you want? I don't got that much anyway, so you can get half of this, let's go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or agree on it. A lot of people don't like the idea, but talk about it in the beginning. If we ever get a divorce, what do you want? You know what I mean?
Hello, why do you think they started doing freaking prenups?
Yep, the prenup, you get nothing. You come with that same maleta, and since my wife don't have that maleta no more, she don't. You know what I'm saying? They always say you leave what you came with.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's a discussion you should have in the beginning as well.
It is 100% because that's how you know if you're gonna last the person. I feel like a lot of times people just jump into like long-term relationships and marriages to fill this void that they think this person is gonna like make them a
Make
better
it.
person. They complete them and all these lies that they tell themselves.
Well, it's called get the person, because every girl lie. They be like, listen, did this and that, and then when you get to the house, wait a minute, let me take this off. Wait a minute, let me take this off. Wait a minute, I gotta take this off. Y'all be lying in the beginning.
Who's yeah?
Well, I'm talking about the girls, you know. Y'all, you represent them. I represent the males, so y'all.
You want to talk about the lies the men tell?
Anyway, we got about 1 minute. We gotta go now.
Yeah, guys, don't forget to buy some tickets for our comedy show coming up at the end of the month.
Yes. And shout outs to our sponsor for the tickets, which is No Limit Auto Body. Check out their new commercial that I posted up that we did for them. And we have a deal for 2 for $35. Well, that's like 17 something each.
So 2 tickets for $35 with
But
a drink each.
What happens if I don't have nobody? Well, guess what? I thought about that too. You got the one in the bottom that says 1 ticket for $35, but you get 2 drinks.
Nice.
See that? Or drink. I forgot what it written. Don't mark me, but I think it's 1 or 2 drinks. But you still get something for nothing, basically. So check it out. It's going to be some great comedians. Next week, you're not going to be here next week, right? Someone going on vacation.
Yeah, I gotta get out of this city, guys. It's toxic over here.
She's getting prepared to.
I'm gonna
Start
go.
waving her
no,
hand.
I'm gonna go to Mardi Gras.
There we go. And like Will said, how many beads are you going to get? We're going to talk about that when you come back. How many beads are you going to come with? Snatching them or showing them? You got to flip them out. Hey, listen, it's not against the law to show them, you know, so show them out there. But anyway, we'll see you next week. Again, let us know the double standard things that you guys see. Write it down below, or when we post something up about it, y'all can write it up on there too. We'll see you next week.